back to my channel. So yes, we are in a hospital room. Everything's fine. So we're here about Kylie, my youngest twin. So this video is going to be all about Kylie, and I'm just going to give you some information about her. So she has quadriplegic cerebral palsy. She is spastic. She has spasticity. And then she also has what's called hydranencephaly. I hope I'm pronouncing this right. So hydranencephaly, well, let me back up. Cerebral palsy is it's a disorder of the brain that affects the body. So she's quadriplegic, spastic quadriplegic. So she moves her arms and legs, but for the most part, she is very stiff. So it does affect all four of her limbs, and that's pretty much it. She takes muscle relaxers for this because without it, she would be in a lot of pain. All right, and hydranencephaly is, okay, I'm going to read this textbook definition. Hydranencephaly is a congenital condition in which the brain's cerebral hemispheres are absent to varying degrees, and the resulting empty cranial cavity is filled with cerebrospinal fluid. This basically means that most of her brain is gone. So in Kylie's case, a lot of these kids are born with this condition. That's not the case for Kylie. Kylie was in the womb with her sister. They were normal, like 100% healthy. They had nothing was wrong. And at the very end, she suffered a little bit of loss of oxygen, which is why we had to deliver C-section quickly. And then after birth, she suffered a grade 4 brain bleed. So somewhere in, I'm assuming like the week after she was born, she suffered a stroke, which is grade 4 is the highest brain bleed you can get, which left her her brain is very severely damaged. With this condition, most kids rarely make it past birth or past their first year of age. But some kids do make it into adulthood, although it's not very likely. The oldest person was 33 years old before he passed away. So each case is very different. Each child is very different. Kylie, she has her brainstem and cerebellum, which is the bottom half, the small brain. Those two things seem to be intact, unharmed, but the rest of her brain, she has about 15% of working brain, but even those parts are pretty damaged. So pretty much, for people like Kylie, they don't have much hope for a good quality of life or a long life. So, but with this comes other issues. So Kylie is visually impaired. We don't know to what extent yet, but I know that she can see. She sees me. She follows things. She also has acid reflux, which is, kind of common for anybody. She is spastic. And this and cerebral palsy kind of go hand in hand. Sorry that she's stretching back there. She's eating. What else? Yeah, well, basically, that's it. And she has seizures. She didn't have seizures until she was about 7 months old. I think 7 months. It was around Easter. She was born in September. So she started getting seizures, and She started getting seizures, and we have tried 3 different seizure medicines. She's currently on 2 seizure medicines. I don't really like medicines like that, she's so young, and she's already had so many medicines. She's already had to take so many medicines. And obviously, the older she gets, the bigger she gets, the more she'll need. So there will always be an increase of medicine. So I was doing some research, and I found the keto diet helps with seizures. So talked to her neurologist and actually her whole team of doctors, and everyone was on board with her trying the keto diet, which brings us here. So when you start the keto diet, I guess it could come with a lot of problems. Like your body could go into like, I don't want to say shock, but you can get the keto flu. You're changing your entire diet. So what you put in your body has a really big effect on the way that your body works. So to start the keto diet, we have to be in the hospital for 5 days to be monitored. They will draw blood every 6 hours. And while we're also here, this is the same hospital that she sees her neurologist in neurosurgery. So while we're here, they're going to be doing a bunch of other work. There's no use in wasting this time, right? So she's currently hooked up to a video EEG, which it's where there's wires all over her head, and she will wear that for 24 hours. And that pretty much reads her brain waves. She's already had one of these, which is why we know she has seizures and what kind of seizures she has. So she's on that. She'll be on that for 24 hours. And then she also just got a EKG to read the heart. What else? She will get MRIs just to follow up, to compare to months ago. What else? She will get ultrasounds of her brain, of her liver. She had to we had to get a specialist to come in and check her, and we are also going to do blood work on that because she has like larger tissue, like a lump in her breasts, both of them. And in kids like Kylie, who have had severe brain trauma, it's very common for them to start puberty early. Alright, so yes, it's very common for them to start puberty early. However, this is kind of like really early. But yes, so we're just going to be here for 5 days. I'm going to bring you guys along with us, and I guess you can see her journey. She also used to go no days without having a seizure. She would have a seizure at least once every single day. So I think like a week and a half ago, she went 3 days almost without a seizure. Then she had a seizure that night. And then she went 5 days without having a seizure. She had a seizure that night, which would be last night. So that's already good progress, and we didn't even start anything. Nothing changed. So that's really good. So I'm hoping that this keto diet will help for sure. No more seizures. Hi, pretty girl. She's arching. She might be having a little bit of acid reflux going on. They came and did her IV. Took some blood every 6 hours. Alright, now let me show you what we use. So this is what she's been on for months now. And she's done really good on it. We were thinking that she had a milk protein allergy. I don't really think so. I think this just happened to be one that worked for her. All right, so this is the keto formula that she's on. This is Keto V. This one helps with digestion. She needs help in that area. So it's a 4-to-1 ratio. I'm not 100% sure what that means yet. They haven't really taught me. So we would mix 2 ounces of her formula, and I think 2 ounces of this. It's already pre-made. And then we would fill the rest with water. She gets 6 ounces total, which then goes into this feeding bag, into the pump, and into her. She's not eating right this minute, but yeah, that's pretty much how it goes. Don't mind my mess over there. There's her G-tube. That's where she eats at. Patty cake, baker's man. Bake me a cake as fast as you can. Roll it, pat it, mark it with a K. Put it in the oven for Kylie and me. Yay! Oh, her so sweet. Her so sweet. Do you like that? Want to do it again? Patty cake, baker's man. Bake me a cake as fast as you can. Roll it, pat it, mark it with a K. Put it in the oven for Kylie and me. Yay!